in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's today's star of Tattletales, Bob Barker.
If you were watching yesterday, you saw Bert host his own show, but it's MC week here. I'm doing this show, and we'll have guests doing tomorrow's show and the show after that. Then Bert will be back with you as your host. Of course, he's with us today. And look who else is with us today. Here, winning money for the blue section, we have Bert Convy and his lovely wife, Ann.
Thank you.
And playing for the banana section, we have none other than the star of Family Feud, formerly the star of Lucky Pair, Richard Dawson and his lady Jody.
Lucky pair. I remember that.
And red section over there, playing for you, we have a guy who's been around fooling them as long as I have. Jack Nars, star of Concentration, and his wife, Jo.
We'll do it. More like it.
Now, gentlemen, you have spent a lifetime asking questions. You're about to answer some. Ladies, you can hear me?
Yes.
All right, here's the first question. I get so many kisses from happy winners on The Price is Right that if I didn't come home from work with lipstick on my collar, my wife wouldn't believe I'd been at work. If your guy shows up after work with lipstick on his collar, do you ask him about it or ignore it? All right, girls, we'll say goodbye to you for the moment. And gentlemen, this is for $150. I will begin with the old master himself, Bert Convy.
I'm getting older faster, too.
How do you answer that question, Bert?
Two quick stories come to mind. I'll tell one of them the other, a while ago I came home and I had perfume. She gave me a kiss. Hi, honey. What's that? Panic. I said, what's what? What is that perfume? What is that? I said, I don't know, and I didn't know. And I well, like that. I said, gee, it's very familiar. She said, I'm sure it is. I said, I don't know, honey, I don't know. Well, what do you wear? I said, Ann, what do you wear? We go, it was hers. She doesn't really say anything about it. I don't remember coming home with it. I carry a couple of spare shirts around with me so that I don't have that problem.
I'm using his dressing room, and he's not kidding. He has shirts all over.
So the question is, what would she say if I came home with lipstick?
Yes, would she ignore it, or would she ask you about it?
No, she would not ignore it.
She would not.
No.
She'd ask you about it.
She would ask me about it.
All right. Bert says that she would ask him about it. Let's have Ann with us again, please. Ann?
Yes.
Yes. Ann, you heard the question. Let me repeat just the last part of it, please.
All right.
If your guy shows up after work with lipstick on his collar, do you ask him about it, or do you ignore it?
Would I ask him? As soon as he came to, yes, I would ask him.
You...
Not kidding, got a mean left.
I understand that he came home with perfume on just the other day. And you
did?
discovered...
Don't you remember when
I
you...
missed that one.
No, don't you remember once when you said, you gave me a kiss and you said, what is that? What's that? I said, I don't know. And I finally figured out it was yours. It was your perfume. Don't you remember? I took you there.
You're giving me interesting information now.
Yes. I have an interesting bit of information for you, too. He carries some of your perfume in the glove compartment of his car. All right. Now, you two have answered correctly. Yes, you have agreed to your answer and on to Richard Dawson. Richard, how will Jody answer? Will she say that she would ask you about the lipstick, or would she ignore it?
This is sort of a question like one guy says, how long have you been wearing a girdle? And he said, ever since my wife found it in the glove compartment of my coat. I must tell you, Jody comes to work all the time. Every time so she knows that I love to kiss those ladies. I think she would ignore it.
She would just ignore it.
Unless it was the color, of course, of dirt wear. So I'll say she'll ignore it, Bob.
Very well. Let's have Jody join our little party, please. Jody, the last part of the question, if you recall, was if your guy shows up after work with lipstick on his collar, do you ask him about it or do you ignore it?
Well, if you've watched Family Feud and Match Game, you'll see that Richard kisses everybody. And this carries over into his real life also. So I would not think twice about it and would not ask him.
You would ignore it. You would ignore it.
Yes.
I want you and Dorothy Joe to have a long talk after the show. Jack Nard?
Yes, Bob.
What would Doe do? Would she ignore the lipstick on your collar or would she ask you about it?
Well, now, Bob, you know I desperately need a right answer, having gotten none on the
On yesterday's show, you had a problem or two.
So I'm going to play it perfectly straight. Boy, she better be right. She goes to all the tapings with me. She sees all the action. She knows that when somebody wins a car on concentration, they run up and give me a kiss. She sees it. And when we get home, she leaves a show early or something, and I come in. She would not question it. She would just ignore it.
She would ignore it, is Jack's answer.
God, I hope so.
And the red section hopes that is Doe's answer. Let us speak with Doe, please. Doe, if Jack should come home after work with lipstick on his collar, would you ask him about it or would you ignore it?
I would ignore it.
You would ignore it. So they split the $150 three ways, $50 for each couple, $50 for each section, and we'll be discussing more interesting subjects with our panel after this message.
Time to meet us on the Buzzer Casino floor for Family Feud. Families take a spin at the top answers, hoping to hit the jackpot.
Survey says
Family Feud, all this week at 10 p.m. on Buzzer Casino. Feeling lucky?
And we're ready for our next question. Now, the question is this, ladies. What percentage of your man's appeal is based on his ability to make you laugh? Is it closer to 10%, 50%, or 90%? Now, cogitate on that for a spell, and we'll have you back with us shortly. There they go. And this time I shall begin with you, Richard.
Well, I'm going to say, laughingly referred to in a couple of articles as the sex symbol of Match Game. And every time I get romantic with her, she laughs like the devil. I will have to say 90%.
90% is his answer. 90% is his answer.
Yeah.
And here comes Jody. Jody, tell me, what percentage of your man's appeal is based on his ability to make you laugh? Is it closer to 10%, 50%, or 90%?
It's so difficult because Richard knows how much I love his sense of humor and how I love people who make me laugh anyway. But he has so much going for him in so many other areas that I would say, 90%.
90%. And the banana section is so happy that you said 90%.
Oh, goodness.
They brought these questions. I beg your pardon?
No, I love funny people.
And Dick is certainly a funny guy.
Yes, he is.
They brought these questions into me when I was in my dressing room. Dorothy Joe was with me, and I read her this question, and I said, what would it be for you? She said 90%. What else is there? All right, Jack Nars, tell me now.
I am sort of in the same boat. She laughs at me a whole lot. Except when I say something funny. Then being of Lithuanian descent, that lip lock breaks into tears every time. So I think that she's going to go for 10%.
You say 10%. Very well. Let's find out what she says. Quiet, audience, please.
I think so.
Let's have Doe back now. Doe, the question is, what percentage of your man's appeal is based on his ability to make you laugh? Is it closer to 10%, 50%, or 90%?
That's hard. 50%.
50%?
No.
I'm sorry, Jack. Would you like
man,
to discuss it with her?
I went with 10. I thought, you'd go for that one. You don't laugh that much. I don't make you laugh that. Well, I do. But
Maybe you're just not laughing at the same thing.
Mostly she laughs when I do dumb things like this.
Well, the red section is not laughing right now. They're looking a little here to Bert.
Oh, we got one right.
Yeah, Bert?
We'll get to one.
I know I make her laugh, but I make her cry, too. Can we put that in there as well on the other side?
That could be the next question.
It could be. It's between 90 and 50, and I'm going to have to make a guess. You think 50, gang? You don't think I'm so funny either, huh?
Try 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
After his last line, won't you go for 90% now?
Oh, there's a few tens up there, I think. I'm going to... Okay, I'll go with you. Let's go for 50. There must be
50%.
something else I've got. I don't know what it is.
Bert's answer is 50%, and may we have Ann on, please? And this is an important answer because so far Richard Dawson and Jody have the whole thing. Question is, what percentage of your man's appeal is based on his ability to make you laugh? Is it closer to 10%, 50%, or 90%?
If I could only tell you the times I laughed when he wasn't trying to be funny.
Well, we have time. Go right ahead.
Never mind.
A sense of humor is the most important thing you can have, 90%.
90% is not what he said. He said 50%.
Revenge.
So Richard and Jody have won $150 here for a total of $200. And the UCLA group is on its feet. Now we're going to change places here, and then we'll have more questions.
Buzzer, 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 buzzer.
Yes, now I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that I have a very interesting question to pose for these three gentlemen who are backstage now. The bad news is that we're going to take the $150 away from Richard and Jody because there is the possibility that the audience reaction may have influenced Jody in her answer.
Good.
Sorry,
Good.
but that's what we have.
We need all the help we can get.
Yes.
You know,
Thanks, Bob.
We're
I
still
was
free.
mistaken.
Oh, my.
I was mistaken. That wasn't bad news. The Reds and the Blues will love that news.
We're all even now.
All right, now, gentlemen, listen carefully.
Yes, Robert.
Think of all the women with whom you were ever romantically involved. It's only a half-hour show. How many? How many were you actually in love with? None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them? You all three look frightened. We will leave you alone for just a few moments.
Please.
Let's say goodbye to them, and I shall begin with you, Anne. I'd like to have you answer the question first, if you will, please. They are going to think of all the women with whom they have ever been romantically in love. How many were romantically involved? How many of them were they actually in love with? None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them? What will Bert say?
That's very difficult. He was so involved with sports and things. He was only interested in women about the time I got a hold of him.
Aha.
I'll say a few.
A few.
Yeah, I hope. That's what he
said
told
a
me.
few of them is her answer. Very well. May I discuss this with Bert, please? Bert, on the subject of women with whom you are romantically involved, how many were you actually in love with? None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them?
Well, I don't know how Ann could really, truly answer this because we have never gone into it in detail, you know.
I can imagine that you have not.
No. I would really honestly say a few of them.
A few of them is right. Bert. You done did it. Yeah.
But
after this show, I dare say you will go into it in greater detail.
no, it's all along the past history, way back when I was 9. I was 9.
Yeah, of course. Of course, we're playing now for $300. So you have at least $100 of it already.
Terrific.
Now on to Richard and Jody here. And Jody, what do you predict Richard's answer to be? None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them?
I guess I'd be pretty idealistic to think none. And besides, Richard was married before.
Not
So
necessarily in love, just married.
But he was in love. I know he was. And
I thought that was funnier than the audience.
yes, he was. So I will say a few.
You will say a few of them? Richard, let's have him back, please. Richard, the question was about the women with whom you were romantically involved. How many were you actually in love with? None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them?
What sort of car is it again?
Johnny, what kind of car was it? It was a Vega.
Oh, Vega. I'll bet $18,000. Now, please give me the options.
Yes, I will. The options are none of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them.
There are only two ladies I love, my first wife and Jody, so I'll say a few.
A few of them is what Jody said. A few of them is what Jody said, and so now you and Bert are sharing $300.
Dick, haven't I seen you on the Liars Club recently? Yes.
But we are moving on down to Doe. Doe, what do you predict Jack's answer to be? None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them?
I'm going to ask them this time because my batting average was zilch.
90%.
A few.
She says a few of them because a few of you said a few of them. Now, let me discuss it with Jack, please. Jack?
Yes, Bob.
You know the subject. How many were you actually in love with?
Could you give me the whole thing again?
Yes, I will. Think of all the women with whom you were ever romantically involved. How many were you actually in love with? None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them?
Well, you know, one of them is Doe right now. I'd like to take the fifth. Either the amendment, vodka, scotch, I don't care. Any kind of fifth. Only one, only Doe.
Well, now the options are none of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them. No help, audience.
Gosh, that's a funny...
None of them, a few of them, most of them, or all of them?
All of them.
All of them. A few of them. So Ann and
What's
Bert,
the difference?
Jody and
All or
Richard
few?
share the $300. They each have $200 now.
I'm in
And
trouble no
we
matter
have
what.
another question coming up after we have this message. It's still anybody's game because this question is worth $300. Ann and Bert have 200, Jody and Richard have 200, and Doe and Jack have 50. And I'm going to begin with Doe and Jack when we ask Jack for his answer. The question, gentlemen, is, in the course of the last month, which of the two of you complained more about anything, you or your gal? Now, you think that over for a moment. Let's say goodbye to them. And Doe, will you please give me your prediction as to Jack's answer? Which one of the two of you complained more about anything, you or your gal?
Jack has complained
Jack has complained more than you have.
about his golf game, about the refrigerator going kaputz and the washer, dryer, the dishwasher. Oh, everything's happened. He's
Not winning
complained
any
more.
money on Tattletales.
Not winning any money on it.
Okay, let's have Jack
He's
with us,
complained
please.
the most.
Jack, the
Yes,
question is, in the course of the last month, which of the two of you complained more about anything, you or your gal?
Well, we've had a disastrous month, I might say, in not too serious a way, but I guess that I probably...
You, Jack, have $300 for the moment. You have answered correctly. But
Oh, what a
now
month.
on here to Ann and Bert. Ann, what will Bert's answer be to the question in the course of the last month, which of the two of you complained more about anything, you or your gal?
Oh, this is so easy. Bert's always in a good mood. It's so depressing. I complain.
You complain more?
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
always happy.
Her answer is that she complains the most. Now, let's find out what Bert has to say, please. Bert, in the course of the last month, which of the two of you complained more about anything, you or your gal?
It's not easy because there have been things to complain about on both of our parts. On a lot of our parts, in fact. Which of the two of us?
Which of the two of you
Complain
complain
more.
more about anything, you or your gal?
Well, I have something in mind, and I don't know if Ann told you about it. And I'm not going to go into it, but I'm going to say it's me.
No, you are gallant, but you are wrong. She said that she had complained more.
Really?
Yes,
What was it
it
about, Ann?
Bert.
What was it, honey?
I'm always complaining. You're always cheerful.
Yeah, but did you forget my
Punching in
injury?
my mouth is so cheerful. Oh.
You may have a new injury after
And
today.
wait a minute, did you forget my injury?
Oh, I'm talking about in general over
Oh,
the years.
She's talking about things that are really important, not your injury.
Now I really have something to complain about.
Let's find out what Jody has
Complain
to
about my
say. In
injury
the course
tomorrow.
of the last month, which of the two of you complained more about anything? You or your gal is the question. Jody, what will he say?
Okay, I have to say that I don't believe Richard complains at all. He's not a complainer, and I don't really think I am, but he has said that I do complain. So he's probably going to say I.
He is going to say that you, Jody, complain more. All right, let's have Richard, and he will speak his piece. Richard, in the course of the last month, which of the two of you complain more about anything? You or your gal?
Really, just a guess. I'll say me.
You will say you. And Jack and Doe win $300, which gives them $350. They have come back. What a Tattletales great comeback to win the game for the red section. And we will be back after we have a look at this.
Up next, how you doing on those bracket choices? Well, Jim Perry's hoping for a hosting win on Card Sharks. Stay tuned.
Well, these blinking lights tell the story. Doe and Jack came through $350. And of course, to that, we add $1,000. So their total will be $1,350. How about that, red section? But you fought the hard fight, all of you did, and it's been a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to do your show, Bert. Listen, this is a fun show to do.
Thank you, Bob. Don't get to like it too much. You got me worried.
No chance of me taking over from you. You do a beautiful job, and tomorrow you will see Jack Nars doing a beautiful job on Tattletales. Now, Bob Barker saying goodbye, everybody.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales. A Mark Goodson, Bill Codman production. This program has been edited for broadcast. Hello there, world. The name of the show is Tattletales. Production number 0749. The air date to be announced. VTR 123076. Take 1 week. Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tattletales. It's certainly nice to have you with us too, son. Thank you. Lest you get the wrong idea, you know what I mean? We have a super group back of me today, and one of them has some terrific news, and I wanted to tell you about it too. Winning money today for the blues section from the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Betty White and her husband, Mr. Alan Ludden. Winning money today for the banana section, Becky Anderson and her husband, country star Bill Anderson. Winning money today for the red section, Sherry Spillane and her husband, Mr. Mickey Spillane. What a pretty-looking group. Pretty lady. The thing I was talking about was I wanted you to tell people about what you're doing. Can you tell them?
Well, I'm going to do a pilot. I mean, it's as far as our head goes at this point. As soon as Mary Tyler Moore
stuttering, honey.
Well, I stutter every time I think about doing a pilot. It scares the daylights out of me. But it's
for your own show.
Own show for NPM and CBS, and we all feel very badly about leaving the Mary Tyler Moore Show, finishing it off.
Yes,
so Sue Ann is we're going to get rid of that rotten lady and start another rotten lady.
That's terrific. We all wish you great good luck with that.
Thank you, darling. I
You deserve it.
appreciate that.
And to show you how much they truly care, even the bananas and the reds applauded for that. So
appreciate
that tells you something. Fellas, first question is worth $150 for your rooting sections. Man, our Magic Genie is in a playful mood. He says that for the next dressy party you attend, you must wear one of two ties. The first has a picture of Mickey Mouse on it, and the other has a nude woman on it. Which would you choose? It's for a dressy party. Very dressy party. Got to pick one of those ties and wear it and somehow defend it. Off you go. Doesn't say here if the one with the nude lights up. That's the kind I like. Yes, right. Kiss me quick. Is that what it was? Kiss me quick. Kiss me quick. Which tie will Alan choose, Betty?
Oh, I tell you, he's such a clothes horse. He loves any kind of clothes. He wouldn't be caught dead in either one of them. But if he had to make a choice, I think just for his own amusement, he would. No, not Mickey Mouse. I know what you're thinking. No, he'd take the nude lady.
The nude lady, yes. Has he ever owned a tie like that you know of?
Oh, well, he's a closet tie man. You know, he's got more ties. No, I don't think he's owned one like that. He may have lusted after one, but I don't think he's owned one.
I've got to have that Mickey Mouse tie. Okay, here he comes. We know which one it is. All right, the genie says that for the next dressy party you attend, you must make a choice of one of those two ties. One has Mickey Mouse on it, the other has a nude woman on it. Which would you prefer?
Your tacky genie that's a tacky genie.
Tacky genie.
It's a tacky genie. I wouldn't wear either one of them, you know that.
Yes, of course.
But the Mickey Mouse one would probably be very silly and dull, and again, the nude one at least has some color and style. I'd wear the broad.
That's the one. You got it.
Good.
May I just take 2 seconds to congratulate you, Blue Section. You thought you were going to get a wrong answer, and you didn't make a sound, and so you didn't blow that because you'd have to throw it away. And that's the way to do it. Thank you. That's what we appreciate it. Becky, what will Bill say?
Oh,
The
the nude lady.
nude lady?
Yeah. He doesn't, go into Mickey Mouse.
Not too big on Mickey Mouse, eh?
Yeah, neither am I, so.
No. How about if we made it Donald Duck? Would that make it harder? Or?
No, not
Too
really.
crazy about Donald Duck.
No.
Okay. It'll be the nude lady. Yeah, it's kind of hard. What?
Now.
The Fonz, yes. Now you'd have trouble. Okay, you'll say the nude woman on the tie. Here he comes. Going to a dressy party must make a choice of 2 ties because the genie is being playful. One has Mickey Mouse on it. The other has a nude woman on it. Which one will you choose?
After what y'all did to me yesterday, I'm glad I can wear a tie. I was afraid you might say a dress.
No.
Let's see, a real dressy party.
Yes, sir.
Well, I would already have Mickey Mouse on my watch, so I'll wear the other tie.
You wear the other one, and that's the one, the nude woman. All right.
Good.
Thank you, Bill. Sherry, which tie will Mickey wear?
Oh, I think he'd say that Mickey Mouse would ruin his reputation. And the other day, he pulled out a centerfold of penthouse and said he was going to hang it up in the house, so I'll say the nude lady.
Yes, you did that? Mercy. That's terrific. I pull out the centerfold of a comic book and hang up Mickey Mouse. Okay, you're going to say the nude lady. Mickey, you have to make a choice. For your next dressy party, you must wear one of these 2 ties. One has Mickey Mouse on it. The other has a nude woman. Which would you prefer, or which would you wear?
For some strange reason, I actually seem to be connected with the naked woman, so I think I'll go with that.
That's the one. You got it. Well, that was easy. That was a snap. We'll split that 3 ways. Everybody starts off even. We'll come back in a moment with question number 2. Which tie would you wear? Or which tie would the guy wear, right? Nude women. All alike. All right, guys. Hello. Here we go. Question number 2 coming up, and this is it. And if you are ready, we have a 3-way tie, gentlemen. Everybody's got $50. Man, has your wife ever told you you're a male chauvinist? Yes or no? She ever said that to you? Think it over. They are. I see their faces, I get kind of a hint sometimes of how it's going to go because you don't see their faces. Becky, what do you think Bill will say?
Oh, he may not know what it means. No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? You've never called him one?
No.
Is he?
No.
He's not, eh?
No, he's really not.
Okay.
He's a pretty good old boy. Yeah.
Pretty good old boy.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of him.
Yeah. He's okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's bring that okay guy right on here then. Here you go. Bill, has Becky ever told you you're a male chauvinist?
I don't think so.
That's right. That's what you said.
Thank you for not telling me.
Hey, why no?
I think she would have, Bert, but I don't think she can pronounce it.
Well, I said you didn't know what it meant.
I
so
don't.
We're even.
I was just going to ask if you thought you were in any way. Not what Becky thought, but you think you are in any way.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't know what it means, so I told
He
you.
does. He knows what it means. I know he knows. Sherry, what will Mickey say? Have you ever called, speaking of being that?
I call him one all the time because he is one, and I like him that way.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he a male chauvinist?
Uh-huh.
He would have to be. Mickey Spillane must be. It seems to be written in stone, doesn't it?
All over the house, he writes, I am a male chauvinist.
Okay, you've said it and you think he is and you like it. Here he comes. He agrees. Mickey, has Sherry ever told you that you're a male chauvinist? Yes or no?
She's done it better, certainly.
That's right. Done well better. The answer is she better darn well or I'll punch her out. That's what it is. Thank you, Mickey. What will Alan say, Betty?
Well, I don't think he will ever say that. Sometimes he calls me a female chauvinist because I tend to be less liberated than he is. I just said can. But he's, I said candy. But he's really, I think women were liberated around him before it was ever fashionable. No, he's anything but a male chauvinist, and I'd never call him, not kidding, animal lover that I am, I'd never call him a male chauvinist.
A male chauvinist, whatever. The answer is no, and here it is. Alan, has Betty ever told you you're a male chauvinist?
Never.
That's correct. Yeah. Still have a three-way tie. It is halftime, and we'll change places. You accept the real ladies. We'll bring the gentlemen out front. We'll come back with the second half. A three-way tie. Getting interesting. See you in a moment.
In addition to cash awards, a member of the winning rooting section chosen at random will receive from Tally Industries a new easy-to-read digital dial-light by Westclock, compact design, accurate front set time and alarm from Westclock, and Blue Luster Carpet Shampoo for soft, clean carpeting. And to help make shampooing easier, the Blue Luster Carpet Shampoo can also be rented. And a tray and a supply of creamettes, the macaroni in the famous green box, cooked up firm yet tender in just minutes the way everybody likes it. And the skateboard is a supply of Blammo, the only sugarless bubblegum and big soft chunks and handy sticks. Delicious and doesn't sugarcoat teeth. Back to more Tattletales in just a moment.
Hello. We've changed places after halftime, as a matter of fact, and I have three charming gentlemen with me and a question that's worth $150. And so, ladies, it is for you, and we're going to ask it now. Which would you rather have? Longer legs, a smaller waist, or a bigger bust? Which would you rather have? What a good one.
I like to hear it.
You want to hear that again, eh?
Yeah.
Should I say it slower, too?
Yeah.
Longer legs.
That's better.
Smaller waist?
Or a bigger bust.
Off you go. Think it over, ladies. Okay, we're going to start with you, Mickey. In Sherry's case, what would she want? It's not what you'd want.
Oh, she wants a smaller waist. She's got everything else there, but she's been working on the waist part lately. That's what she wants.
She wants a smaller waist.
I hope she doesn't get it, but she wants it. I like her the way she is.
I like her the way she is. She looks terrific. Here she comes. Sherry, which would you rather have? Longer legs, smaller waist, or a bigger butt?
Well, I've already got such a bigger bust and a smaller waist, so I guess I'll go for the legs.
No, that's
No?
not what she said. Would you like to explain that, Mickey? Because I want to stay out of this.
Shame on her. I'm a leg man, but she's got plenty of that.
Yeah.
But the way she works and talks about her middle,
That's
I'll
stomach,
forgive
not
her.
my waist.
Oh.
the front part of it.
Interesting, huh? It is. Well, it's different, isn't it? The stomach is different than the waist, isn't it? Sure. Well, Sherry doesn't think so. If I don't know that, I'm in big trouble. Is that what you're about to say, Alan? Okay, I'm sorry. That's not the correct answer. Alan, what will Betty say?
I don't want to talk about that right now. Can I? I'll talk about that later. You know what? You see, I'm an MC as a matter of choice in the profession when I'm working, and this guy that is MCing this show is one of our heroes, all of us in the MC business, because you know what he's going to do? He's going to be a big screen movie star, whether he likes it or not. At this very moment, he is making a movie. Now, don't flush. I'm not. He is making one of the good movies of '77. He's making Semi-Tough with Chris Christopherson, Burt Reynolds, and Burt Convy. And congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's nice of you, Alan.
I'm really proud of you.
Nice
you do all us MCs great pride.
I'll do the best I can by you guys, and who knows?
Wouldn't it be nice if one of us became a big movie star?
Yeah, well, it probably won't be me, but we're having a good time anyway. You can imagine the time we're having.
With those guys.
Yeah. Let's get back to the business now, though. Which would Betty rather have? Longer legs, smaller waist, or a bigger butt?
Now, if you happen to have seen her recently on the Carol Burnett show, you know that she's okay.
Yes,
on
sir.
top. She's fine in the middle. Yeah. And the legs are good, too. You see, America discovers her legs.
Yeah.
And they're really good
Well,
legs.
I knew about that a long time ago.
Oh, you did?
Well,
How did you know that a long time ago?
I didn't know about it at first hand. Oh, no, that's not what I want to say.
You keep your hand. I've heard about your hand.
Never mind.
All right, now. However, if she's going to have to wish for anything, she will probably say she wishes for longer legs. Not that I think she needs them, but I think that's what she needs.
Okay, that's the one. Here she comes. Nobody's got this right yet. Betty, which would you rather have? Longer legs, smaller waist, or bigger butt?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oui.
If you had to choose one.
I think I'd go for the longer leg.
That's the one who said, you don't need them, but he said, you can have them.
But would you point out to her that I said she did not need them?
Yes, he did say that. In front of everybody, he said that. Absolutely. Thank you, dear. Bill, what will Becky say?
She'll probably be like Betty. She'll probably say all of the above. But I really think from watching her, I think she'll say a smaller waist.
Smaller waist.
Is that okay, Bananas?
Sure. One guy didn't think so. I guess he's measured her lately or something. You're going to say a smaller waist.
Yeah, I
from
think
Becky. Okay. Look at that. Which would you rather have, Becky? Longer legs, a smaller waist, or a bigger butt?
I would love to have a smaller waist.
That's right. That's what the man said. Well, that breaks our tie. Becky and Bill and Betty now have split it in half. There's the money on the board. We'll come back in a moment. $300 question up. You know what I'm going to say. Anybody can still win. What would you rather have? Longer legs? Bigger butt? Smaller waist? So, hello. This question is worth $300, and we are ready to do it if you are ready to do it. No, it's not. I forgot. We have extra time, I'm told. This question will be worth $150, then the $300 question, which is extra time. Okay, this one's worth $150. Here we go. Let's move it, gang, so we can get them both in here. Ladies, which do you enjoy more, giving parties or going to parties? That's a good, simple question, Travis. Off we go. Giving them or going to them? And we'll start with you, Alan.
But he doesn't like to do either one.
What does she like to do?
If I had to choose, I would say probably she would rather give a party than go to one.
Really? She doesn't really care for either one? She doesn't like parties.
No, she doesn't like parties. Give or go.
Give or go.
But I think, let's go for give.
Okay, you'll say give if she has to make a choice. Here she goes. Betty, which do you enjoy more, giving parties or going to parties?
I'm not real thrilled with either one, to tell you the truth. I'm not what you call a party girl.
Glad to hear that.
Not what you call a party girl. I think of the two, I guess I'd rather give them.
That's it. I'm a Thank you, Betty. You're super. Bill, what will Becky say?
We really don't do a lot of either one, but she is a great hostess. She's a great cook, and she really likes to have, company and this kind of thing. I'm going to take a chance and say give it.
Give it. Okay. I'll give it. Here she comes. Becky, which do you enjoy more, giving parties or going to parties?
I think probably going to parties.
No, Bill said probably giving. Said you're a great cook, a great hostess, which was
I do enjoy it, but, I like the dinner parties, too.
Yeah, I understand. I do, too. He's not going to
Well,
take
you should have known that.
Thank you, Bill. I'm sorry about that, Becky. He should have known it, but you got another question to go. Don't worry, it's not over. Mickey, what will Sherry say?
Well, this touches a very sensitive part of our life because she goes to a lot of parties, but we don't give many because my lifestyle is totally different from hers. And so I'm
You mean
gonna,
she goes to parties without you?
well, I'm glad to see that too. The theater and other places I don't particularly care for. But she's got some nice friends that take her, but they don't bother me.
Really?
Okay.
So they don't bother her.
But I'm going to say she'd rather go. Although she's been on my back that gives some big parties, but she'd rather go.
She'd rather go. Here she comes in. Which do you enjoy more, Sherry? Giving parties or going to?
Going to.
That's it. You got it. So Betty Allen and Sherry and Mickey split that $150. This question, however... All right, this question is worth $300. This will decide the issue for the day. Ladies, this is it. Ladies, we all plan ahead at least a little bit. But which of the two of you plans farther ahead? You or your husband? Which of the two of you plans farther ahead? I guess that can mean in almost any area. You'll have to figure that out. Off you go. Okay, that could be interesting. Bill, what do you think, Becky?
Becky keeps her schedule pretty flexible to fit with mine. And with my work on the road and tours and this kind of thing, they have to be planning farther ahead. And she stays pretty loose and flexible, so I think I plan farther ahead.
How far ahead is your schedule planned? How far in advance do you know where you're going to be?
Oh, usually anywhere from 6 to 9 months.
You know up to the day where you're going to be and what you're going to be doing?
Well, not like every day,
but pretty close.
But since you mentioned, I know I'm going to be in Des Moines this week, and no, and a few things like that. And but then there are fill-in dates, that come in around the basic.
I understand.
The reason Becky stays flexible is if she doesn't make plans, then she hopes up till the last minute I'll take her with me.
Aha! That's a good idea. Does she go with you much on the road?
Quite a bit.
Good idea. As long as you
She
don't...
thinks so too.
Yeah. Okay, here she comes. You'll say that you're the one who plans farther ahead. Bill, Becky, I've had trouble with you, Don, all day. We all plan ahead at least a little bit, but which of the two of you plans farther ahead?
Well, Bill has to plan ahead, so I think Bill does.
That's the one. You got it. All right? Thank you, Becky. Mickey, between you and Sherry, which one of you plans farther ahead?
Oh, I do, but I should be the last one on a bus or train. Any place she's going, she's always late, so that's me.
You have a schedule and you laid out and you know what you're going to do.
Not much of a schedule, at least I got one.
Okay, you're the one. Here comes Sherry. Sherry, between you and Mickey, which one of you plans farther ahead?
Gotta be me.
No.
No? I can't get
him.
I can't get him to plan further than 10 minutes from now.
Really?
He always just asks me later.
Yeah?
But my plans are already made.
Well, you don't bother to tell me.
Oh, well,
Now, don't fight,
not.
kids. Don't fight. It's okay. Sorry about that. This will decide the game. Alan, you can win it or you can lose it. Right?
Betty can lose it.
Yep.
I can win it.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I plan farther ahead.
You do, eh?
Yes, whether she thinks so or not. True.
Definitely.
I mean, the fact remains, gang, there's no question about it. I do, but she may not realize it.
Uh-huh. Because you kind of steer her in the direction that you've already planned.
Because I'm such a submissive, nice guy.
That's true. What a pussy cat. I've heard that. Here comes Betty. It's you. Betty, this is for the game, dear. This will decide it. Which of the two of you plans farther ahead, you or Alan?
Probably Alan.
That's right. You got it. Betty and Alan, Becky and Bill split that $300, but the blue section wins it. Okay, we'll come back in a moment. Give the blue section their money. You come back too. See you in a second. Hello. The blue section with Betty and Alan had $400. We had $1,000. They will divide $1,400. That's nice. Thank you all. Thank you for watching us on Tattletales. Bert Thomas saying so long. I'll see you next time. Thank you.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.